Taiwan, the Asian, all of that. Hey, we don't want to be bothered with y'all. We just want to get some more money and help and get our people, rolling. We don't care. We don't want to, because the U.S. is over there trying to get everybody, them dummies, and everybody's saying, boss man, hey man. And the U.S. is technically finished. Everybody knows that, and they done messed everybody's life up, so they can't. It ain't nobody. All this phony stuff they talking about, it don't exist. It's not real. And to have everybody in America flat broke and need help, and they saying it on the news. We're sending zillions of dollars over there, and everybody looking at the little stuff flying over there. And they're not against Ukraine, but hey, when you're looking at your own little children, their mouth hanging all out, right? You say, what? You see what I mean? So these people are mad. They don't know when to push the button and when not to. They don't know when to put the thing in drive and when to put it in reverse. They don't know when to hit the brake. In other words, they don't know how to manage what they got. They don't know how to manage it. And they got a crackpot. They don't know where they want to go. They don't know. All they can do is go back to, we was big way back then. They go back 70-something years, World War II. When it was over, we was big. Well, that's the same thing. The big niggas said, man, back in so nigga was getting money. You hear it till it starts to, what did you do with the money? Oh, niggas spent that money up. Okay. Well, now, what about now? Nigga need. Okay, well, there's a thing is, see, I'm telling you, once you done did all that dumb stuff and Allah give you a second chance, you know about, hey man, shoot. Anyway, let me speed up. Da-da-da-da. We talked about short range fundraisers. Titanic, Lusitania, Sussex Plague. I mention these names because number one, the Titanic, you didn't heard all what the white folks say. Listen to Jubilee singers, 1910, 1912, and all that period, when the Titanic sunk. Listen to Negroes. You think they was singing about a party. All them white folks went to the bottom. Listen to Jubilee. Just pick up that period, use that period, and listen to how happy they sounded. You know what I mean? The same time when Jack Johnson won the championship, right? 1910 and all that. Okay. I mentioned these. Does anybody know anything about these three ships, the Titanic, the Lusitania, and the Sussex? Okay. The Titanic was unsinkable, right? Except it hit the doggone thing. If it would have hit it straight on, it would have never sunk. But they were trying to get around it, so they tore the whole thing aside. Because that's when they first built those cart compartments. You close the door and turn the thing, and it seals it up airtight. But when you hit that boy sideways and rip it all, and then, anyway, 10% of the iceberg is showing, 90% of it is under, so it just tore it off. Okay. Here's what the importance. The Lusitania, 1915, was sunk by German U-boats. The Sussex was also in 1916. It was sunk. They had the Sussex pledge, and Wilson was trying to stay out of the war. But the Sussex pledge was that if any more ship sunk, so 1917, boss man come in. Okay. These, what's the name? Titanic unsinkable. Lusitania, thousands of people. It was sunk off the Irish coast. All the people they was just Sussex. Okay. All the stuff right now is indicative. Indicative, I mean almost word for word, of about 100 years ago in the teens. These alliances, these treaties, right? These NATO, this old, that old, and everybody, nobody want to get involved in this except the United States to maintain their power. The Germans could care less. They want to crank out their goose-stepping machines and send Mercedes around the world. And they want to wait till the wintertime come again. They gonna want, they want what they have. And so the lies they telling in the media about everybody's on the U.S. side, that's not true. It's not even close to true. People are tired of the United States. Because the economy of England will be like the Lusitania. The French economy will be like the Sussex. They go to the bottom. Everything that the United States have planned for NATO and all those people, they will go to the bottom. And the U.S. is not, although everybody telling them all day long, it's like telling a dope fiend, man, you done lost your house, you done lost your wife, your children, your car, you done lost everything. They still run it, man. I got to get me one more shot till they hit rock bottom. But the U.S. going to hit rock bottom by itself. Nobody is going with it. Prepare for the U.S. to go down. It's going to drag people down, but they're not coming willingly. They don't want to go. We don't want that undertow to take you under when the ship go down. They're getting away from. They don't want to be bothered. Okay, let me speed up. In order to do this stuff, we have to have more focus and determination. The vacation that we have been doing, it seems like it was fitness. It's not fitness, it's just child's play. What we're getting ready to come up against is big, and it's interesting too. So the richest people are acting the stupidest. Look at them. The richest people are acting stupid. The biggest people are acting the smallest. We have to do this so we don't lose that. Like the dumbest. Why? Deception of visibility. It's something niggerhood. Deception of visibility. Deception of visibility when something is supposed to, it looks, the guy that's got the big muscles looks the healthiest, but he's not the healthiest. He just built up something that's not even useful. You can't work with that. You don't get no extra work. I mean, if you're a bricklayer, if you got to work with sledgehammers and stuff, but you keep working with it too long, you're going to work off all them extra muscles. And you have a nice build, but you won't have all them extra. You got to do the special exercises to have all of that stuff. Yeah.
Just thinking about what you're saying, recently, a lot of those guys have been dying early.
Yeah, all the stuff.
For competitions and what have you, they've
Yeah.
been dying early.
A lot of the stuff they used to get big and things lining in the heart and stuff.
That stuff, if they're using certain things, it shrinks up your physical parts and puff up everything else. But if you use that stuff too long, it's gonna run you crazy. You got to have extra. a gallon of super juice, and it just not necessary. It's too much extra stuff in there, and it runs you crazy. The people, I don't know. Anyway, here's the point. We have to bring sanity back to the world. That's part of what our goal is. It has to be. So we have to be, or we should be focused on that. It's not clear exactly. We're going to temporarily do the stuff that we have outlined, but that's not the final. That's not the, okay. We have to take our destiny in our own hands. And it's like writing your own history. It says write your own book, so, write your own story. The chief said it in '76, remake the world, but remake it in a real way. Why should we have gotten this far and we're not enjoying anything? The level of happiness, I would say 100 years ago, people were much more happier than they are now. Because if they got, when people had something to strive for, and America was always, probably moving forward a little last couple 100 years, they just kill a few Indians, they wasn't worried about that. Take their land, no big deal. But that's the way it is when things are headed your way. But now the reverse done kicked in. They can't do nothing right. They can't do nothing right, and everybody know it. Uh, should we have a happy party and say, yeah, you deserved it, old mean old boss man? The only thing about it is if Allah give you clarity, then you spread the clarity. The other thing is our family and our friends, everybody we know are mixed in this stuff. And they don't have no clarity on nothing hardly. On what we just talked about, it's only a few people that thought about it a little bit. And they can't make 2 cents out of any of it. Take our destiny in our own hands. New standard of intelligence. A new standard of intelligence. Not what they have on them dumb tests. Because the people that get higher on them dumb tests are the dumbest people in the world. Because they just get test-wise. And you don't have to do nothing, you just take a test, right, and write down stuff. So intelligence is something like to be involved in your environment and develop an environment where you and the environment get the best out of itself. It may not mean who makes the most money and stuff like that. Okay, let me just say a few more things. I mentioned this is World War I. Remember Triple Entente, Strategic Command Center, Negro style. We'll get into that at times, but Strategic Command Center, Negro style. That means we go on according to what Allah and give us understanding of. This period, the uphill road, that's our favorite ayat for this period of time, what will make you know what the uphill road is? Post-traumatic growth, and how we have used it. That's what the history we're going to, post-traumatic growth, but how we're going to use it. Our challenge in our time, climate Psycho-spiritual success, internal conquest. Let me go over that a minute. Our challenge in our time, climate, which we all can see, and psycho-spiritual success, mind and spiritual success. And in order to get anywhere close to that internal conquest, taskia bil nafs. We'll talk about some of this other stuff after a while. Strategic Command Center, global transition.